right? So सबसे पहले we have to start with the characteristic features or the properties or the characteristic features or the of features of the genetic material, that is DNA, most probably in most of the organisms, but we can't deny that RNA also is a genetic material in the lower organisms. Okay? So we are here to consider the genetic material, that is both RNA as well as DNA. Initially, it was first found because the DNA was first found and known to the people because we were looking onto the higher organisms. ठीक है, like for example in human beings, हम humans की बात करें या mice जो experiment ने लिया ग्रिफिथ ने, so they were the kind of the organisms which were actually available normally, है ना? So we could not know at that time the microscopic organisms. उस टाइम तक किसी भी साइंटिस्ट के पास माइक्रोस्कोपिक ऑर्गेनिजम्स की जो नॉलेज है वो नहीं थी, लेकिन जेनेटिक मटेरियल आरएनए है, ये बाद में भी बाद में ही सही, लेकिन जो एवोल्यूशनरी हिस्ट्रीज में अगर हम बात करें तो एवोल्यूशन में सबसे पहले आया होगा, हमारी अंडरस्टैंडिंग में बाद में आया, लेकिन वो एवोल्यूशन में सबसे पहले आया होगा. हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? बिकॉज इट हैज बिन द बेस फॉर द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ डीएनए एज वेल, है ना? अब आप आगे पढ़ेंगे, रेप्लिकेशन टॉपिक में पढ़ेंगे, डीएनए की जो फॉर्मेशन है उसमें आरएनए का रोल है. तो डीएनए कैसे बना अगर आरएनए पहले ना आया होता? ये भी तो ठीक है. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्या है कि डीएनए एज वेल एज RNA, they both are the genetic materials. DNA for the higher organisms most probably, and the RNA for the lower organisms usually, and both are playing the role for one another also, right? So that is the DNA and the RNA. There is one kind of a question that out of this RNA and DNA, who mutates faster and why? ठीक है, तो ये हम बाद में कंसिडर करते हैं. पहले सबसे पहले हम लोग करेक्टर्स लेते हैं किसी भी एक मटेरियल को जेनेटिक मटेरियल कहलाने के लिए. करेक्टर्स क्या होंगे? दैट इज इफ डीएनए इज कॉल्ड एज अ जेनेटिक मटेरियल, it should have or it should possess certain of the characteristics. What are those? सबसे पहले it should be stable. It should be stable. What do you understand by this term stable? हाँ जी, anyone? What do you understand by the term stable? Can you please answer it? According to you, what is this stable, being stable? Being stable means that it should not deviate from its nature. It should not deviate from its own structure. As if we talk about the living organism, let us say we are talking about the human beings. Okay? So with our age, there is no possibility that the DNA is also mutating every now and then. And in a population, because of the environmental factors or something like that, it should be stable enough to react firstly. And if possibly that there are certain changes which are coming again and again and again, and then the organism that starts adapting or starts showing the mutations, है ना? So but immediately reaction दे दे और अपनी stability को खो दे, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. ठीक है? So it should be structurally as well as chemically stable enough, right? Now next is it should also be capable of, it should be capable of creating its own replica, creating its own replica. Replica means that is the copy of it, right? So it should be possibly, you can say it should be capable, it should be possible of creating or generating its own replica. Replica means the original copy की exact ditto copy. ठीक है, जो original form present है उसकी exact ditto copy. ठीक है. Third is that is through the process of replication also. Okay, you can mention it here. Third feature can be because it is stable, so it should be slow towards the mutation. Okay, so it should be capable of undergoing slow mutations, but only if possible. That is only if very much required, then only it will undergo the mutation. But that should also be the slow process. That is not like immediate mutations हो गए DNA के अंदर और immediate changes आ गए. ठीक है? So it should be capable of undergoing the slow mutations, and also only if, you will be mentioning here that only if required, then, right? This should only be if required. So you can write it in bracket also if required. Next one is, it should also be capable of showing the Mendelian characteristics or expressing the characteristics. It should be capable of expressing the characteristics. Expressing, what do we call the characters as? Mendelian characters. That is, if we are talking about the inheritance patterns and everything, then it should also follow the same pattern rules, and the same type of the expressions will be made as it is discussed already by the by Mendel in his experiments. Okay, so it should also be capable of expressing the characters, basically of expressing the characters, because it has been studied initially by Mendel. That is why the credit has been given, and this is regarded as Mendelian characters. Okay, so these are the basic 4 features that should be present in any of the genetic material. May it be DNA or it be a RNA. So genetic material can be both a DNA or an RNA. RNA, right? So RNA में एक question तो मैंने अभी discuss कर दिया, that how can you say that RNA was evolutionary evolved earlier than DNA? It is because the RNA plays this special role in creating the replicas for DNA, right? That is, the RNA primers are required in between for the creation of the new strands of the DNA, which we'll be studying in the later chapter. That RNA, if present, only then the DNA could have been replicated, right? So it shows the parameters that somewhere, somehow, RNA was formed earlier in the evolutionary history than the formation of the DNA. Okay. Now the next question which I told you, that was who mutates earlier, whether DNA or RNA, who mutates earlier and why. So there is RNA which is less stable, right? RNA in comparison to the DNA, that is less stable. What are the reasons for this? That RNA is unstable, or we say RNA is the one that who mutates faster. Okay, RNA being unstable mutates faster. Why so? That is because of the first thing, that is, in the case of the DNA, if you know, there is DNA में हमने purines and pyrimidines पढ़े थे. What were those? That is ATGC, है ना, adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. In place of thymine, only there is one difference, that is RNA has uracil. So the presence of uracil makes it unstable. It's an unstable kind of the pyrimidine, right? It's a pyrimidine. This uracil is pyrimidine, right? So you can write here the first reason, that is because of the thymine. Because of the thymine, DNA becomes more stable and less reactive, whereas the uracil, which is found in the RNA, that is, the uracil component of the RNA is more unstable. Okay, it is towards the instability. It is chemically unstable. So hence, it allows the RNA to mutate faster. RNA mutations may happen faster as compared to the DNA ones. Okay, clear? Second is, for the RNA, there is the 2' end. The second reason is the 2' end of the RNA, that is 2' hydroxyl end, right? So this end is also more reactive. This is present in almost every nucleotide of the RNA, and hence this is more reactive. Being more reactive, it is more unstable as well, है ना, क्योंकि ये ज्यादा reactive है, chemically active है, तो इसीलिए ये instability भी provide करता है. So these are the 2 basic reasons that why RNA mutates faster, or we can say why RNA is unstable. इसमें से कुछ भी questions board में आते हैं, लेकिन this is one kind of a question which is important. Okay, from the board point of view. Other also, you can read out the full paragraph of the page which is given for the characteristic features of the genetic material. When you will read it out, you will also come through these points in details. Okay, you will read out all the things in details and you will come across the whole concept better. Okay, the things are the same that which I have already described. Anybody having any question? Next comes the replication. Anyone having any doubt, any question? Yes, Yashika, just a second. Replication. Coming to the process of replication, initially when it was studied for that DNA genetic material है और वो अपनी replica बनाता है, then there came a question that how it forms its replica, how it creates its own copies, what is the main phenomena behind it that it creates the copies of its own. So this was actually first of all a question before the scientist people, those who were working on these, all the genetists. इनके आगे क्वेश्चन था, एक बिग चैलेंज था to decide out what is the actual you can say phenomena involved in the replication of the DNA. So DNA's replication that was provided by many of the people, number of the views were provided, out of which a few views can be listed as first is some people said that the DNA replication that is conservative in nature. Some of the people, they suggested that the DNA replication is conservative. Some others, they told that it is semi-conservative. It is a semi-conservative type of the DNA replication, and still others, they were of the view that it is neither conservative or semi-conservative. It is dispersive kind of the replication. So these were the three views which were provided by different set of peoples in regard to the replication. That is the DNA's replication, dispersive. Okay. Now what are all these? Conservative, semi-conservative and dispersive. So conservative means, सबसे पहले conservative, as the name is saying, conservative means conserve हो रहा है ना? तो conserve होने का मतलब क्या है? This is let's say the DNA, the parental DNA, ठीक है, जो parental DNA है, उसमें loops जो हैं आपने वैसे ही बनानी है जैसे हम DNA का structure बनाते हैं. That is the major and the minor groups. Okay, so these are the loops of the DNA, and when it was given a view for the DNA replication, people said that the parental DNA that remains as such, and the whole of the DNA creates its new copy. Okay, let's say the copy is this, that is the whole of the DNA that creates the two strands, that is both the strands, two strands, they create the copies of it, and hence it looks like this. पूरा का पूरा DNA अपनी एक कॉपी क्रिएट कर रहा है. So this is a copy of the parental DNA. ठीक है, this was one view. Another view was that semi-conservative nature of the DNA replication. ये semi-conservative कैसे हुई? इन्होंने कहा कि जो एक parental DNA है वो सेमी कंजर्व हो रहा है, मतलब कि जो आगे फर्दर गैमीट्स बनेंगे दोनों में एक एक स्ट्रैंड जो है वो अलग हो जाएगा, दोनों में एक एक स्ट्रैंड जो है वो अलग हो जाता है पेरेंटल का, एंड देयर बाय दे क्रिएट अनदर स्ट्रैंड एज इट्स कॉपी. ठीक है, तो अनदर स्ट्रैंड ऑफ द डीएनए दैट इज क्रिएटेड एज द कॉपी ऑफ इट, राइट. सिमिलरली अनदर स्ट्रैंड ऑफ द डीएनए, पेरेंटल डीएनए, व्हिच इज क्रिएटेड लाइक दिस, सेपरेट हो गए ना. You can differentiate white and yellow colors. I hope you can differentiate white and yellow colors. If not, then I will be darkening this. This is the copy strand. This whole is created as a copy strand. Okay, this is a copy strand. Complementary strand for the DNA. ठीक है, ऐसा ही दूसरा जो strand है उसमें भी इसमें copy जो है वो create हो गई and it created like this another copy. So half of it has been conserved and half of it has created its copies. यानी कि complementarity जो है वो create करी. Half of the parental DNA has been conserved for all the gametes which will be produced. यानी all the DNA strands which are producing their replica, जहाँ पे भी gametes में या जहाँ पे भी DNA replication होना है और आगे further 2 units बननी है, उन सब में एक एक strand conserve हो जाएगा, दूसरा दूसरा स्ट्रैंड जो है वो कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री न्यू सिंथेसाइज होगा. ठीक है, सो दैट वाज सेमी कंजर्वेटिव. थर्डली द पीपल वर ऑफ द व्यू दैट द डीएनए ऑफ द पेरेंटल, they are neither producing the full copy, neither they are producing out these type of the strands and they are producing half of it and conserving half of it, but rather they are actually undergoing some of the fragmentations like this. The DNA that loses some of the strands in between, and whatsoever the strand has been lost, जो भी strand lost हो रहा है उसकी ही नवी जो copies हैं वो create हो रही हैं. जैसे ये है, ये ऐसे copies जो हैं वो create हो रही हैं. You can see where I have lost the white one, I have created the yellow one. Okay, so इस तरह से इसकी copies जो हैं वो create हो रही हैं and they are being sealed. ये बीच बीच में यहाँ पे copies आ गई. कुछ कुछ फ्रेगमेंट्स, कहने का मतलब ये है कि कुछ कुछ फ्रेगमेंट्स इसमें कंजर्व हो रहे हैं और कुछ कुछ फ्रेगमेंट्स इसमें जो हैं वो न्यू सिंथेसाइज हो रहे हैं लाइक दिस. ओके, सो दैट इज इट इज प्रोड्यूसिंग आउट. सॉरी, ये मैंने इधर ही बना दिया. दिस कुड बी ऑन द नेक्स्ट साइड. ओके, सो दिस इज, it is producing out the fragments like this. Okay, and the one which has been conserved, it is producing the new copy on this side. ऐसा, ठीक है. सो इस तरह से इन्होंने बताया कि it is the conservation of the fragments, not the whole DNA or the part of it. तो इस तरह से ये fragments की फॉर्म में ये DNA जो है वो क्रिएट हो रहा है, अपनी कॉपीज क्रिएट कर रहा है, and that is a dispersive kind. Now all these views, they were like just you can say not approved by certain of the experimental views, है ना. They were only the views which have been created by simple of the certain of the people in concern to the replication of the DNA, right? Later on, many of the people, they started working on these kind of the views, and finally the view which is, you can say, which has been approved finally with an experiment, that was a semi-conservative nature of DNA replication. And the credit for this experimental proof for giving the semi-conservative nature of the DNA replication, that goes to Messelson and Stahl, right? These three views are clear. Any question to anyone? Then we will start the experiment of the DNA replication. Anji, any doubt to anyone? Yes, Tushar, 1 second. That is the Messelson and Stahl's experimental proof for saying that the DNA replication is what kind? It is semi-conservative. How they have proved it with the experiment? The semi-conservative nature of the DNA was approved by Messelson and Stahl through their experiments, and they too worked on the E. coli. E. coli is Escherichia coli, right? Messelson and Stahl. Messelson and Stahl, they actually cultured the E. coli, you can say organisms. E. coli, जो उन्होंने culture means that they have prepared the E. coli specimens or the more of the organisms they have added into the culture medium. Firstly, they have grown them on the culture medium, but the culture medium was having a isotope of nitrogen. As we studied it for the Hershey and Chase's experiment, they had used the phosphorus isotope and the sulfur isotope. So they have used a heavy isotope of nitrogen, that is N15. Okay, just make it very much clear in your mind that this is not the radioactive isotope. This is a heavy isotope. Heavy है तो density gradient से इसको separate किया जाएगा, पता चलेगा. This is not the radioactive one. Okay, so radioactively labeled ये वो चीजें हमने इसमें नहीं करनी है. This is only heavy isotope. Okay, so this nitrogen heavy isotope was taken in the form of the ammonium chloride, which was added into this culture medium, right? And the E. coli bacterium, they were allowed to grow on these. So जितने new, अब देखो जो हमने पहले तो क्या करते हैं, हम इसको कैसे grow करवाते हैं कभी भी culture में, किसी भी lower organisms को culture करना होता है, तो what we do is we take a small little sample of this bacteria or the fungal member or whatever you are using. So when you take a small little specimen of that, sample of that, you just provide a streaking with the help of the needle. You are providing a streaking on the culture medium. Streaking से क्या होता है, वो कहीं कहीं दूर दूर ऐसे ऐसे deposit हो जाते हैं culture medium में, and then they start creating their copies. Okay, so whatsoever we have provided initially, they were all having their normal DNA, right? But when they were cultured and they were found as new ones, जो नवे बने, वो सबके अंदर क्या था, उनके अंदर नाइट्रोजन N15 उनके DNA में डिपॉजिट हो चुका था. ठीक है, that was found in the DNA of the N15 was found on the DNA of these E. coli members which are newly created. Okay, then these are all separated out with the help of the cesium chloride density gradient. cesium chloride लेना है हमने, that is which acts as a density gradient के लिए हमने medium लिया, and hence we could separate out these heavy isotopic members of E. coli. ठीक है, क्योंकि हमने एक्सपेरिमेंट करना था, ये देखना था कि डीएनए आगे कैसे जाता है नेचर में, ठीक है, नेचुरल वे में आगे कैसे रेप्लिकेट होकर नेक्स्ट जनरेशन में जाता है. ठीक है, तो अभी हमने जो डीएनए यहाँ पे लिए, यानी जो E. coli मेंबर्स हैं उनके डीएनए जो है, दे आर बोथ हैविंग द स्ट्रैंड्स लेबल्ड विद द N15, right? So they are having both their strands labeled with N15, that is both of them have been coated by this heavy isotope of the nitrogen. दोनों के ऊपर है, ठीक है. So this is N15 as well as this is also N15, right? Next, these are further cultured. ठीक है, अब next cycle of the DNA replication के लिए इनको फिर से culturing किया गया, but now this time the culturing was made on the normal nitrogen isotope, that is nitrogen N14. ठीक है, next these only, यही वाले सारे जो E. coli हैं, they have been shifted to the next cycle, that is for the next formation, and now these will be producing out their copies. अब ये जो E. coli हैं, ये further अपने E. coli copies बनाएंगी. ठीक है, नवे जो डीएनए आएंगे वो N14 वाले आएंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि नवा जो उन्होंने कल्चर मीडियम से लिया उसी से ही अपने कंपोनेंट्स ले रहे हैं ना वो. ठीक है, सो दिस इज द अमोनियम क्लोराइड बट नॉर्मल वन. दिस इज आइसोटोपिक अमोनियम क्लोराइड. दिस इज विद आइसोटोप, यू कैन राइट हैवी आइसोटोप, रेडियोएक्टिव नहीं लिखना, आइसोटोप N15 के साथ है ये. ठीक है, दिस इज विद नाइट्रोजन, नॉर्मल नाइट्रोजन विच इज N14. Okay, now as a result, when the new of these E. coli members they were produced in the culture, what was their DNA structure or the look of the two strands? ठीक है, क्या होगी? एक तो ये पिछले में ऑलरेडी इनको जो आइसोटोप है वो मिल चुका है 15N. अब क्या हुआ? When they found out in the new you can say culture plate, they found out the new E. coli members and they separated out and they centrifuged them. What they found was that the two of the strands are not of the same type. That is, जो अब इनके parental strands थे, that has lost one of its strand. One strand इसने lost कर लिया 15 का इसमें से, और वो जो lost किया है वो separate हो चुका है. That has been separated. It is found in some other one. ठीक है, and the new which has been obtained, it is with the help of the N14. So can you see this? Right, this is yellow and the white colors, right? Clear हो गया? जब इनको mark किया तो क्या मिला? This was N15, this was N14. Done, right? Similarly, on the other strands, जितने E. coli check किए सब में ऐसे मिला. Half of the DNA was with 14N and half of them was with 15N. ठीक है, लेकिन ये ऐसे नहीं नजर आ रहे हमें. ठीक है, हमने इसको कैसे देखा? अगेन विद द हेल्प ऑफ सीजियम क्लोराइड. जब हमने सीजियम क्लोराइड में टेस्ट ट्यूब्स के ऊपर हमने फिर से सेंट्रीफिकेशन किया, व्हाट वाज द व्यू ऑफ द सेंट्रीफिकेशन? लेट्स से दिस इज द टेस्ट ट्यूब व्हिच वी ऑब्टेन्ड विद द फर्स्ट कल्चर, राइट? क्योंकि ये हैवी आइसोटोप थे तो हैवी वाले सारे डिपॉजिट हो गए यहाँ पे बेस पे with N15 दोनों स्ट्रैंड्स. दिख रहा है? ठीक है, जब उसने सेकेंड वाली टेस्ट ट्यूब बनाई, सेपरेट टेस्ट ट्यूब, और इसके साथ मैच किया, तो सेकेंड वाले का लेवल जो था दैट वाज अ बिट हायर. इट वाज अ बिट हायर बिकॉज दे आर मिक्स्ड, नॉट फुल 100% हैवी नहीं है. सो दिस शोड दैट इट इज वन स्ट्रैंड इज हैवी एंड वन स्ट्रैंड इज नॉर्मल. N15 N14. ठीक है, now the third cycle was again repeated and the third cycle we will be obtaining. अब इनके भी दोनों strands अलग हो गए. अब क्या होगा further? 15N 14N अलग हो गया. देखो पहले 14N अलग हो गया इसका, ठीक है, ऐसे ही इसमें से जो 15N है वो भी अलग हो गया. डन. यहाँ पे भी 15N एक अलग हो गया और एक 14N आ गया. ये क्लियर हुआ बेटा? 4 आ गए डीएनए अलग अलग. चारों ने अब जो न्यू सिंथेसाइज किया, क्योंकि अब फिर से हमने नॉर्मल प्लेट ही लिया था, दैट इज ऑल विद अमोनियम क्लोराइड एज विद नॉर्मल 14 वाला, ठीक है। तो न्यूली सिंथेसाइज्ड दे वर ऑल द स्ट्रैंड्स ऑफ नॉर्मल एंड, दैट इज N14, ठीक है। So when we viewed, they were all 14N, 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 15N, 14, 15, 14, and 14. So that is, two of them still showed the hybrids, but the other two now are normals as expected, क्योंकि वो half half हो रहे हैं, है ना। तो जब इनकी सेंट्रिफिकेशन बनाई गई, दो तो यहाँ पे मिले, लेकिन दो और लाइट हो गए because they were all made from the 14N with both the strands. Right. So the E. coli members, they were cultured again and again on the plates with the ammonium chloride. Only first time it was using the heavy isotope. Otherwise, it was all using the normal nitrogen. Right. So this was Messels and Stahl's experiment that proved that DNA replication is what? Semi-conservative. Right. Any questions to anyone?